Mom got her gift. Don't sleep on the grass. Yeah! Mom got her flowers. You crushed the whole game. Cards in the mail with a favorite name. Necklace is shipping. The orders broke through. But hold up, merchant, we ain't done. Are you? May ain't over and June's coming hot. Caps in the air, that's a heck of a shot. Graduation season, edumacation season. Time to get SMRT, time to find a reason. Acrylics and canvases, jewelry that shines. Print their whole story in 100 small lines. Class of 26, born in '08. Recession, baby, now you're walking the stage. Did middle school on Zoom, learn math from a screen. ChatGPT scholars, the smartest we've seen. From sippy cup tantrums to senior year sass. Inflation, AI, and they still gonna pass. Graduation season, edumacation season. Time to get SMRT, time to find a reason. Posters and pendants and gifts that hit deep. Personalized stories that buyers will keep. May 1st to June 30th. That's your window. Don't blow it. Graduation season, edumacation season. SMRT. Merchant stacking every reason. From '08 to 26. What a wild ride. Shine on sellers, let's go. Change the tide. Edumacation. SMRT. Edumacation. SMRT. Cap off. Coming up slow, listings going live before the rooster crows. Got ChatGPT in my pocket, sharp as can be. The future's hitting different, it's looking good on me. While the world keeps sleeping, I'm 3 steps ahead. Got ChatGPT in the cloud and a fire in my head. Future looks good on me, so good. Future looks good on me, so good. I'm not riding the wave, I'm the one making it. The future looks good on me. 'Cause it lives off the grid, says it's all gonna crash. Stacking up canned beans and burying his cash. Meanwhile, I'm scaling designs, flowing like a stream. Living in a future he calls his bad dream. He's whittling a spoon, I'm whittling my time. Got ChatGPT to listen and never clock the grind. Future looks good on me, so good, so good. Future looks good on me, so good, so good. I'm not riding the wave, I'm the one making it. The future looks good on me. He says it'll all come crashing down. I say my orders are crashing in. Some folks freeze when the world starts to spin, but the brave ones lean and they let it begin. This ain't about luck and it ain't a scheme. It's about who you choose to dream with. Future looks good on me, so good. smiling faces, real reviews made with quality. This ain't 2020 with a knockoff scam. Plastic wrap junk in the half melted ham. We don't ship like that, we don't move like them. We're a premium brand from the start to the end. Photos hit clean, the fonts hit the same, and the logo got a vibe like it got its own name. Cheap looks cheap, premium looks rich. Show 'em who you are, don't be flipping the switch. Trust signal stacking like $1 billion pitch. ChatGPT cooking up the whole brand niche. Premium dollar. Brand looking crisp, make the customers holler. Premium price. Trust signal so clean, they don't think twice. They don't think twice. Woo! Premium dollar. Premium dollar. Brand looking crisp, gonna make them holler. 2020 heifers getting ripped off bad. Bait and switch drop shippers, yeah, that was sad. We learned from it. Leveled up the game, not the brand builders rising and then making the name. Faces, stories, 5-star reviews. Photos that prove every word that you choose. ChatGPT, writing copy that converts like crazy. Make your about page tight as a 5-star Mercedes. Cheap looks cheap, premium looks rich. Got a guest in the building, about to flip the switch. Trust signal stacking like $1 billion pitch. Nate in the building, watch the master pitch. Premium dollar. Brand looking crisp, make the customers holler. Premium price. Trust signal so clean, they don't think twice. They don't think twice. Woo! Premium dollar. Premium dollar. Brand looking crisp, gonna make them holler. Same product, different brand, triple the price. Do the math. Premium dollar. Brand looking crisp, make the customers holler. Premium price. Trust signal so clean, they don't think twice. They don't think twice. Woo! Premium dollar. ChatGPT got your brand standing taller. Premium bag. Premium. Never looking sad. Premium. Levels to this. Brand looking premium, can't never miss.
All merchants, let's go! Hey! From the kitchen table to the laptop screen, every dreamer chasing what they've never seen. We don't break when the going gets tough. We just shine harder, ain't never enough. Shine on, hey! Shine on, hey! We keep building, we keep going, keep on shining, keep on growing. Shine on, hey! Shine on, hey! Coffee in the cup, fire in the chest, building something better than the rest. Pixel by pixel, brick by brick, every merchant got their own kind of trick. Shine on, hey! Shine on, hey! We keep building, we keep going, keep on shining, keep on growing. Shine on, hey! Shine on, shine on! Keep shining, happy selling!
What's up? How's everybody doing today in Shiny Land? It's been a little while. Making the music has become like my favorite part of the Coffee with ShineOns. I spend like an hour before every one of these, and all I do the whole time is just jam out to the friggin' music. Today, I think I generated like 14 songs before I landed on the 3 or whatever I made. It's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah, Mark getting into it too. Somebody said they were dancing a little heart out. Swaggin' mama. I'll take it. Shoot a video and send it in. We'll feature it here if you're brave enough. What's up, Lorraine? How's everybody doing today? Man, we've got a good spread today. Saw Vienna here. We've got the UK. We've got Florida, Georgia, 2 from Georgia, Tennessee, Arizona. I swear there was one more country I saw. But either way, not freaking bad. Seoul? All right. What's up? I had some neighbors that just visited Seoul a couple weeks ago. Yeah, what's up? That's awesome. We got a good one for you today. I think you're going to like it. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. I've got Nate here, Nate Slowinski. And Nate's one of our top merchants. He's been a top merchant for like a year. This guy knows his stuff. You're going to learn a lot. I think you're going to enjoy this one quite a bit. Let me get my little thing up here. Bam. No. Bam. Try that again. Arkansas. What's up? We were just camping in Arkansas a couple weeks ago. We went to Bentonville. We're just outside of Bentonville. We went somewhere else. We went to the Bentonville farmers market, though, one morning. I remember that. Nate's got some fans. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, guys. I think you're going to like it. Nate is going to teach you how to build a brand with ChatGPT. Pretty cool stuff here. And ChatGPT is so freaking capable these days. I'm pretty excited for this one. It's going to be awesome. Ohio, Walmart. Yeah, home of Walmart. That's right. We're talking about Bentonville, Arkansas, guys. Someone just outside of Bentonville. Nice. We went to Horseshoe Bend Campground. I think it was east of Bentonville. I just can't remember the name of the actual town. Knoxville. What's up? Okay, let's get going here. Okay, so do me a favor. If you like the content we bring you every week for free here at ShineOn, the energy, the vibe, do me a favor, like the post. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All this stuff is free to you. It's a big boost to us, so I would really appreciate it. I don't have any swag winners this week, and I mentioned to hide that slide. Whoops. Let's do some announcements really quick, and then we're going to bring Nate on, and we're going to kick this thing off. So first up, the paw print name necklace. I thought we launched this before, but it's here. So we must just now be launching it. If you're in the pet niche, you should go try this one. This one will do really good for you. I'm pretty sure we sell this with a keepsake acrylic as well. So you're going to want to go check that out. Guys, we have launched so many new products lately. You seriously need to go give it a look. We've got stackable rings now. So we have the engraved rings, the male and female version. We have stackable engraved rings, which is probably going to be most popular in the female niche. And then we also have a birthstone ring coming. I don't think we've launched that one yet, but that one's just around the corner too. I think you can put up to 5 birthstones in it. So that's really cool. We've got a bunch of bracelets coming, cuffs coming. We have engraved metal wallet cards, which might hit for Father's Day. That'd be really cool. And then there's some other products in the catalog that are getting upgrades. So posters, for example, are one that are getting an upgrade. We're probably going to upgrade canvas pretty soon. So excited about that. T-shirts are one where we've got a new supplier that just freaking rocks that we're going to start using soon. So anyway, we've got a bunch of really cool stuff coming. And then also on the education side of the house, we're doing all kinds of work over there as well to modernize and upgrade our education, especially with all the AI tools that are coming out literally all the friggin' time. So Pod University is going to get a major upgrade, and then we're going to have a bunch of little education products that you might want to take advantage of. And when I say little, I'm talking like between 10 and 30 bucks just to kind of pay us back for our time. And all of that is meant to help you be more successful as a merchant. So stay tuned for that. We're really excited for that. Big plans this summer. ShineOn is going to be a great place to be. If you didn't see it, Sajal is hosting a Etsy challenge. So if you sell on Etsy and you want to be part of her challenge, you need to go check that out. You can get to it by going to shineonchallenge.com/Etsy. shineonchallenge.com/Etsy. I will tell you, this was very popular. This is very popular. So in fact, like it exceeded our expectations, like how much demand there was for this. So if you sell on Etsy and you want to be part of this, I would jump on it sooner than later. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure we've got like a wait list that's either started or about to start because there's been so much demand here. So go check that out. And look here, Sophie says the challenge was great. Mark's asking if the Etsy challenge has started. I don't know. Hang on, let me go to the ShineOn challenge /Etsy. Look here. We do have a wait list going already. So, yeah, you're going to need to go join the wait list. So it probably has started, but you can get in line for the next one. So go check that out. I've heard nothing but great things here. And like I said, there's been quite a bit of demand on this. So if you sell on Etsy, you probably want to take a look at it. Let's see, June. Okay, so 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, how is it the middle of May? So 2 weeks away. So that'll be cool. All right. Check out our UGC store. If you haven't, we're constantly adding things to it. And lately we've been adding a lot more video creatives for you. We know that video is kind of hard, but all the platforms are moving to it. So we have basically used AI, obviously, and we're generating hooks and scripts and all kinds of things, and we're uploading them into the UGC store. So once you have a product, I would recommend kind of testing probably with your still image ads. And then if you have something that gets a few sales and you want to try it with video, that'd be a great time to go check out the UGC store and seeing what we have and pulling down a couple videos to help you with your ad creatives. But there's a bunch of cool stuff in there. You should go take a look. ShineOnUGC.com. ShineOnUGC.com if you're interested in that. Okay, first sale challenge. This is something we have running literally all the time. We have a first sale challenge. It's $5. You get 2 live videos plus 2 on-demand training sessions. All of the entire thing is meant to help you get your first sale, right? So if you're new to ShineOn, you're definitely want to take a look at this. Andy Vo is the host. Andy's incredible. If you haven't met Andy or talked to Andy, he's freaking awesome. He's got a great attitude. He's a great teacher. He really knows his stuff, and he's selling on his own stores all the time. So you're getting the latest and greatest info about like what's working right now for ShineOn products. You really need to make sure you take advantage of that. He's got a step-by-step Shopify store set up inside of the challenge. He's got research strategies. There's all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. It's $5. It's $5, guys. I don't even think you can buy coffee anymore for $5, right? That's how cheap this is. It's $5 freaking dollars. So by the way, when I started, Nate will probably say the same thing. When I started, I would have killed for this kind of training. It just did not exist when a lot of us started, 7, 8 years ago. We were just like cobbling things together from forums, reverse engineering people's funnels. I mean, it was really hard to figure out how all this worked. The fact that like there's so much education out there now is just, it's crazy. So anyway, $5 is just nothing. And if you haven't made your first sale, please go check it out. I think you will benefit greatly. Sandy says, I made my first sale since starting with ShineOn. Congratulations, Sandy. That's incredible. Shoot me a message, Sandy, and I will get you a coupon code to get some from our swag store for sharing that. That'd be great. And we got a lot of cool stuff in our swag store. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I think that's it. Pod University. Yeah, so we do have a mobile app. I hate to break it to you. The mobile app's probably going away. We've just found it's not as popular as we thought it was, and it's a decent amount to maintain, and not very many people use it. So the mobile version is probably going away. You'll still be able to get to it from your phone, like just by going to the website. But the branded app is probably not going to be around much longer. Please do me a favor. This one really will help me out. Could you please leave us a review? I would really appreciate it if you could. Shopify, those dirty devils, are constantly messing with their freaking algorithm and the way like the apps appear in the search results. It just freaking kills me. The variance that we experience there inside the App Store. It's so frustrating being a print-on-demand company and having our own app and being subject to the whims of their freaking algorithm. But every review we get helps us tremendously. So if you haven't left a review and you appreciate what we bring you, I would sincerely appreciate it if you could leave a review. And if you're new here, wait till after this episode's over and Nate drops a bunch of value and then decide if we've earned your 5-star review. I'm confident that we will. No pressure, Nate. All right. I think this is it. This is it. All right. You guys ready? You ready for me to bring Nate out? Drop Nate in the comments below if you're ready for me to bring Nate out. Nate, N-A-T-E, in the comments below. I have a brother named Nate, actually. How about that? Nate in the comments below. All right. Congrats. Why are you canceling the Pod U app? Yeah, look, it was hard to get there, but the problem is there's just not enough adoption to keep it going. Keep in mind, you're still going to be able to visit Pod U on your phone. It's just the app. We're going to have it a little while longer, right? Most people don't prefer to use it, and it's a lot to maintain for the amount of users on it. But I don't know. See if you can cause a ruckus. I mean, if I get enough merchants tell me we need to keep it, I'll keep it. But according to the usage data, it just doesn't really seem like it's there. Let's see. It's like Shopify is run by disgruntled former Etsy man. Is there a joke here? Is that true? I'm wondering if that's true now. Nate Dog. I like that one. Nate. All right, Nate, you're popular. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, bringing Nate up. Nate,
How's it going?
how you doing, man?
Not too bad.
It's I'm happy to have you back, dude.
I'm glad to be back. So I think this is my third or fourth time. So
Yeah, I really liked. I think the last one you laid out your ad strategy, and that was super practical. A lot of people benefited from that. We also, I'm just now remembering this. We turned that into a bit of a lead magnet, and I know a bunch of people picked that up. So that was really big. I appreciate you coming on and dropping the wisdom.
cool. I'm just trying to help a little if I can, you know.
Yeah, dude. No, I appreciate it. All right, let's kick this off with the Digital Marketer's Toast. So if you're new here, this is magical. What you're about to experience is going to change your freaking life, right? It's going to kick your weekend off starting right now. And it's a lot of people, we do the Digital Marketer's Toast. They report getting sales from their Shopify store. There's all kinds of magic that happens. I'm telling you, people get good news out of nowhere. Their kids stop crying. You know, it's all this crazy stuff. They get letters in the mail telling them they've won money. There's all kinds of really cool things that happen when you participate every single week in the Digital Marketer's Toast. So with that said, get ready to live. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks, and join me now for the Digital Marketer's Toast. Here's the more conversions, more cash, cheaper CPMs, and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers, everybody. Dopamine hit. It runs around the world. Now, I will have you know, I wrote this long before ChatGPT existed. I wrote that in 2020, and it's been holding strong ever since. I only have edited it once. So every week for 6 or 7 years, we've been doing that. Anyway, okay. Cheers. Yes. All right, Nate. So what are people? Let me get you up here real quick. By the end of today's episode, what are people going to learn?
Hopefully how to quickly build a ShineOn brand from scratch using ChatGPT.
Awesome, dude. Love it. All right. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to introduce Nate real quick. Nate, you've been into e-com for what, since like 2017 or 18, if I remember?
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah. And e-com, you have a really cool story because e-com has like completely changed your life. You shared some of that story with us the last time. I can attest to your skill because every single week we review who our top 10 merchants are here at ShineOn. And I think you are almost without fail on that list week in, week out, the whole freaking year long. So you really know what you're doing. You're one of our top merchants. You've generated millions of dollars in revenue here at ShineOn. So it's really incredible. Like your stores look amazing. So when you said that you were willing to come on and teach about brand, I did kind of jump at it because I think you have one of the better looking brands that I've seen. So I'm excited to jump into this today. What are people going to need if they want to follow along or they want to follow in your footsteps after today's lesson?
You mean like tools or just kind of like taking notes? Really, I just try to keep things simple for business. And again, we'll be using ChatGPT, so that's a major, obviously. And then things like Canva, we'll go through like a logo creation from kind of our ideas, and then just product research with Etsy, and then I'll do this kind of like do like a mock message card. And I think that's kind of, and then if you want to take some notes, but for most of the businesses I've kind of done since I've started ecom, I try to do it as simple as can be. Like I don't need 100 tools. Like I think you just kind of need to go minimalist in a way. So hopefully I
Yeah,
can kind of get that started.
I'm totally with you. Simple sells, fancy fails, right? Simple is also smooth. Simple is fast. Simple doesn't break. It's there's a lot of wisdom there. So before you get into like the tactics here, give us kind of high level. Why is brand important, and what are some things people get wrong when they make their brand?
Well, to specifically be selling ShineOn products, I think people go wrong where like, we have to understand what is like in the ShineOn catalog and what are most stores and shops kind of operating. And you need to discover that it's about the emotion, right? Like those are the products, like you're selling the connectedness of family members to my wife, to my daughter, things that the one thing you said years ago that has just, I like have it written down. If they cry, they buy, and I think we really need to just focus on touching those inner emotions and putting that to your brand aspect of your store. And I try to do things like to not be complicated. Like you just really have to just focus on that and kind of build around that and move fast, move quick. And I think a lot of people kind of do too much thinking with, I need the perfect name, I need the perfect logo, I need this perfect store. But like I said, on most of the things I've created in my past, when I was doing like one product drop shipping stores, I could get a store up in a day. And it's just the speed you have to, I think that's important too, is the speed and just kind of going from there.
Oh, and even faster today with AI. So you're saying like, probably the most important thing when it comes to the brand is remembering that the thing that causes buyers to buy is the emotional experience you're creating for them, or the, the emotional ride you're taking them on. So if you can just remember to keep that in mind while you're sculpting the brand, that's the most important part. And then you said, in terms of mistakes, you said one of the big mistakes, by the way, I see this all the time. People, especially when they're new, they agonize over decisions that like almost don't matter. Like the logo, they got to get the logo freaking perfect, right? And they get the little icon, and then they want the text, and they want the drop shadow or whatever the heck it is. And they'll spend like a whole day or a week on just the logo, when in reality that matters about that much when it comes to the success of the brand and the overall sales. And it's the same thing for when you get into color palette, font choices, et cetera, et cetera. It's not that those things aren't important, but it's like, holy cow, when it comes to the pie chart of what makes a brand successful, it's like 5 or 10%, if that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think, like touching back on that, I was at an e-commerce conference, and the guy was saying that exactly that point where he said the most people that have the high successes, they move like this. They don't care about those little neat details and certain things. Like if they see something they learned today, they're applying it tonight.
Yes.
They don't care, if something looks wrong or whatever. They're just moving fast, and the faster you can move without, because I've seen it too where people, spend $500 on a logo or $1,000, and I think 9 out of 10 brands I've made since I've started e-commerce was a free logo Canva. Like it just, you don't need to worry about those little things. And I think if you're just starting out, to just do something and you can always come back to it. But I feel like if you just kind of beat around it, you'll never get to it. And then you'll say, oh, well, the text is off. And none of that really matters in the end anyways, to me.
Yeah, I'll show you real quick. One of my favorite logos of all time is Minted. And the reason this is one of my favorite logos of all time is because this is a multi-million-dollar company. Their entire freaking logo, I don't even think this is like a proprietary font. It's like Arial. They literally just typed Minted and put a period, and then someone took a screenshot of that, and that's the whole freaking logo. But the reason this one always stands out to me is it reminds me how little the logo actually matters.
Yeah.
There's a lesson behind this logo. It's not my favorite because it looks great. It's my favorite because of the lesson it communicates. So I'm totally with you on that. All right. What else? Are you ready to jump in?
Yeah, sure. We can just kind of go and see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, dude, this is going to be awesome, man. I'm excited for it. Do you want to share your screen?
Sure. I think.
By the way, we might have some time for a little bit of Q&A at the end. So Think of, some questions you might have for Nate. Keep in mind, if you dump them into the chat now, we probably going to miss them, but just kind of get them queued up. And then later when we get to Q&A, you can dump them in the chat and we'll cherry pick them and bring some of them up.
All right. Can you see my screen?
So are you sharing a Google Doc or something?
I'm on ChatGPT right now. Can you see that?
Okay. Yep. You ready for me to pull that up?
Sure. Yes. Okay.
Bam.
Good.
Yep. We got you, man.
Okay. So I guess I'll get started. So when Michael and I were talking about kind of this concept, basically knowing what I know from ShineOn, like I said, about most of the products, you're tying emotion and love and just, you're thinking of your family members when you're buying the jewelry or the notebooks or the journals and stuff. So I'll just try to brainstorm how I would just start over from scratch if we want to start. So basically using ChatGPT, if you haven't used ChatGPT, it's a lifesaver. It'll make your life easy. And, it'll just give you so many ideas and everything. But yeah, it's where I would start with. So I'm just thinking how I would do this. So if I wanted to start a new brand, let me just type something in, I guess, to start. So starting a new, we'll stick to the jewelry brand that ties in emotions or as gifts. I'm just going to do a broad kind of thing to start.
Okay. And are you going to leave? Does this require any special plans? Can people do it with the free plan? And then for the model, I see you have it on instant. Do you just leave it on instant?
Yeah, I really don't touch the things. I have the upgraded plan. I think it's like $20 a month, but you can get started with the free, and it'll do a pretty good
Cool.
job right away.
Cool.
So yeah, I said I am starting a new jewelry brand that ties in emotions and gifts. Give me some ideas on where to start. I'm just brainstorming here. I tried to think of some stuff last night, but I feel like if I just go with the flow now and we can kind of get started.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
So yeah, sometimes the chat's a little long. But yeah, see an emotional jewelry brand, kind of the relationships I'm talking about. If they cry, they buy. And the typical to my daughters, to my moms, to my wives, and then they'll give you a ton of information. So let's see what they said. Okay. Well, let's just start with, I guess, something a little easier, like coming up with a name. So I think for a lot of people with jewelry, they try to do either two routes, and maybe we would do like a luxury brand, or kind of what we're talking about, that emotional name brand, kind of that ties into the gift giving. And from what I've seen, that works better. I think you kind of want to skip the luxury side and just kind of go into what your brand represents for connecting people together. So I can ask chat to come up with a few names of a brand that connects love and emotion and gifts. Let's see what it comes up with. So there's a few here. A lot. I'll give you a lot.
These are like, at least half of these are, probably more than half of these are fun.
Yeah. So I think what I choose, meant for you, I think that's pretty good. So I would say something like, okay, I like meant for you, because I think that really types in, or you can see what it says. Gifting, the emotional connection. Okay, so yeah. So that's
what implies that it's probably a gifting.
Yeah, meant for you.
Plan.
So
Yep.
Well, like you said, or like I said, kind of just, I feel like that's a good one where, if your brand is giving gifts to, your family members and stuff, I think that's really speaks loud of, why you're doing it. Especially from the recipient's point of view too, if they saw that. Okay, so I think that is what we could do to start. And then I don't know, Michael, if you have any questions or want to step in and stuff before I kind of
the domain, like the thing. So I've kind of done similar stuff with ChatGPT before, and the issue I always have is domain availability.
Yeah.
Like oftentimes, depending on meant for you, coincidentally, it might be open, or a small, like a variation on it might be open.
Yeah. And I have asked GPT to, like, for the domains, like, give variants of that. So you could do like meantforyoucode.com or something like that. You can kind of see.
Yep. And also, I think they're good enough now that ChatGPT itself can go do the domain check for you.
Yeah.
When it's presenting the names, you guys would have to test that. But who here? I'm curious in the chat. Has everybody used ChatGPT like at least once? Let me know in the chat if you've never used ChatGPT or Claude. I'm curious on that one. Yeah, Mint for You Co. Shop Mint for You, Mint for You Official. Yeah.
But I think, again, it comes back to just keeping it simple. Like, I've seen, high e-commerce guys that have shop and their name. So as long as at the end of the day, it's about moving fast and speed and not kind of getting stuck, I guess. You can always fix that later and change that later.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is kind of the point where I'd start, like, we've been on for maybe 5 minutes and I already have a name that I feel like is great for gifting and stuff. And then there you go. Problem number 1 is pretty much done. So like I was talking about, I guess we can move on to like the logos.
Yep.
So
it's gifting, it's emotionally driven, and it's kind of captured already and Mint for You.
Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. So like I was saying before, where I've pretty much always used just free templates from Canva, and I just typed in love logo just because, again, we're trying to do that emotional connection. And just looking at these, there's some pretty good ones, but what stuck out to me that I would choose, I like this one. Because I think even, ShineOn even has the interlocking hearts necklace that sells really well. And this is like a perfect logo for that. So I would do that one. And then we can just, again, be quick about it, let's see.
Got a typo in the.
Oh, meat for you. Sorry.
It's a different type of e-commerce store.
Yeah. I'm like blanking here. Just delete that.
It's MEANT.
Yeah, MEA. Sorry.
You're good, dude.
Yeah, something like that I think looks good.
Yeah.
But you can see like I was talking about how fast you can really get things done and not overthink it, and you can always switch it and stuff. But I think that looks great, and it's simple, it's easy. And yeah, so, and then kind of going back to what we were talking about for, brand colors, and you said I've always kind of had like a simple look, and I agree. Like you basically, I think the easier colors, the easier fonts, just cleaner will be better. So now kind of while we work on the colors, we can just I'll ask, what are some simple, elegant color schemes that represent emotional connection I can use? See what it comes up with. So it looks like it gave some good cream, black and gold. Okay. Dusty rose, cream, warm gray. So let's see. I think I kind of like this one, the dusty rose, cream, and warm gray. So then I would ask, what are the hex colors? And then we can kind of adjust that for the logo.
Have you used ChatGPT's image generator to build you color palettes or brand kits or anything like that?
No, not really. I haven't really done that. I
usually just pop over to Canva.
Yeah, I really try to keep things simple and as can be. So, okay, so there's that one. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. Yeah. But yeah, and again, I'm like the design. I am not a designer, so even that's crazy. Like, just people think you need to be able to design things, and I am not. That's not.
People sat in my chair for a month. You'd be shocked at what type of stores can get sales. It's crazy. It really is. It really comes down to the product.
Right. And I think, again, it's people, you kind of overthink it. And okay. I mean, I can fix this later. I guess it kind of looks a little washed out, but
it's going to be hard to read. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's kind of what the point is. Like,
it's that charcoal will probably do it.
Yeah. You know, where you can kind of move fast and something like this. Yeah. Again, it doesn't matter too much, but the point is that you're using chat to kind of play around, and some of this will take you, you know, more time, and they give even kind of a brand palette. But yeah, something like that, I think right here would look really nice on a website and stuff.
Oh, cool. Wow. It didn't generate that. There's no way it generated that.
I think they did.
It's got to be pulling that in from Pinterest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something. But yeah, so it's just kind of nice and easy, and there you go with your colors. And then obviously you would play around with it to make it look better than this, but that's just the point, is what I'm trying to make, is like you can make it, you can go quick, you can, you know, find hex colors from chat and palettes, and then pretty much go in right away and kind of get your thing done.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, so there you have it. You have a name, a logo, and your colors basically in under 15 minutes. And I don't know, kind of what I would do next would just kind of be like, I was going to show like just a simple message card, like kind of research.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so yeah, and then yeah, so
here, can I pause you real quick before you do that?
Sure.
So you have the logo, and you know, you've got the square version. I'm sure that, you know, it'd probably be pretty simple to turn that into the longer, like rectangular version that a lot of Shopify stores have. The next question would be, okay, so you start your Shopify store, and it comes to like, when it comes to designing the store, I know you probably don't have anything prepped to like walk us through, and all that's fine, but just walk us through the kind of the thinking when it comes to setting up the colors on the store, like the button colors and all that. And then also, and this is where I personally kind of get hung up and probably spend way too much freaking time. I try to get all my category images looking themed and looking right. And then also in the store, I try to build icons for like your the refund policy and the guarantee and like fast shipping. I'll build little icons for all that kind of stuff. What do you do, and how do you think about those other kind of elements of a brand when you're creating the store?
Yeah, so kind of what I've said before is I try to keep things really simple, and I've in the past spent weeks on website creation or buying a super theme, you know, where you can have all these gadgets and catalogs. And what I always come back to is using a free Shopify theme. Like, I think right now I'm using, I think it's Dawn, right? That's the big one. Free.
It's a popular one. Yep.
Yeah. And you can switch it up, and they even have an AI tool in there, like where you could say what you wanted. Like if you wanted a collection page on the homepage or something, they can whip it up pretty fast. But no, I've just made it simple as can be. So I would use a Dawn theme right away. And basically, so like button colors, like say if these were kind of your color palette, I would choose the darkest one, or I would just make the buttons black, depending on if you kind of, again,
black is always a good choice, especially with jewelry. It just, everything looks elevated.
Right. So you could have, you know, maybe the banner be like this kind of lighter color, and then black buttons, and basically a nice, easy, simple text for your website. But yeah, so going back to the theme, always use a free Shopify theme, Dawn. It's really easy. And what I've always done too is I've never really created, like you said, the icons and things like that. I try to do the things that really will, you know, sell the products and make things easy for the customer. Because again, you have to remember, they're coming from, most likely from an ad. So they're going to only be on your product page or your homepage, and really nothing else matters. And I think we can get caught up in the About Us section and this and that. But again, most people are going to be on 2 pages. So I just try to focus on those, and they are really clean. So I'll give you kind of like an example of like what I would do for Dawn. You'd have your header with your tagline, whatever that would be. And you can ask chat even for a tagline. And you would have a shop now button, and that would just go to your bestseller collection. So then underneath that, I would basically have, you could have like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of boxes for like a collection. So like you have like Mother's Day, graduation, things
Here,
like that.
you know what? I think it might be helpful here. I want to draw it while
Okay,
you're
that's
talking
probably
about
good.
it. So let's hang on. Let me pull up a page here. All right. So walk me through that again. What goes up at the top?
So you'd have your heading or your banner, right?
So this is like banner, right?
Yes. And then whatever your like accent color would be the banner, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter really.
Okay.
And then
Let's
you'd
keep
have
going.
your.
Oh, am I not?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm not sharing.
do you want me to?
There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, so we got the banner.
Yeah, and then underneath that would be the main home image. So like a necklace or something an image that ties in. Like I've seen people just have an image of hugging. Like it's something that ties in.
Yeah, something emotional.
Yeah.
And is by banner here, you're talking about like this is
Yeah,
like the menu bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm caught up now. So it's
Okay.
it's about like that.
Right. And then
Okay.
below that, I'd have maybe like you'd separate that big box into 4, and they would just be like the trending collections. So like Mother's Day, something like that.
So it'd be something like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
And then what you could do under that would be like 4 of your best-selling products.
Just same thing, like
yeah,
this?
but they would just be individual products, because what like I said, when most people are coming from an ad, they'll either be on the landing page and then they might check out your homepage. So when your best product that you're trying to sell, most likely that they came from the ad, if they go check to see who you are from your homepage, they'll be easy to find that product right there.
Got it. Okay.
So you're keeping them on the website as long as possible.
What's next?
And then there would basically be like maybe an image with like the text on the side,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It takes up like half the.
Yeah, maybe that would be like a quick who we are, about us or something.
I think what's each of these sections have their own titles, I'm realizing. I'm just going to space them out a little bit. And then, okay, so then you're saying like here, you've got text.
Like text about, who we are, what we represent, something, to kind of represent your brand of what you do.
Okay. That's like over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what else?
And then below that would probably be just like a line of reviews, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so that's like something like this. Whoops. And then you might have like the little arrows. Shit. There. Something like that. Is that everything?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to keep it simple.
Dude, that's dirt simple, man. Are you kidding me?
I don't like, most people don't even read most of that or see that, so
I'm totally with you. Like you shouldn't agonize over the homepage, because most people, Nate is totally right here. They don't come to this. They really just go from the ad to your product page, or your ad to, sometimes people run ads to collections. But that's it. And then they go to, if they either buy or they bounce. And if they buy, they go to a shopping cart page, unless you have the slide out, and then your checkout page.
Right.
It's like, so like the product page is really the money. Right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Mark is asking, scroll or no scroll? I think you got to have a scroll. I'm not sure I get that.
Yeah, probably scroll. If he's But even when you were talking about like all the tabs up top with like your collections and drop downs, I really only do like 3. I don't really even try, as if I can, I try not to even have a drop down tab just because it's more clicking for the user. So I would do like bestsellers, reviews, contact us. Then that would probably,
you're talking about up here.
Yeah, for your like drop down tabs and stuff.
Yeah, so you're saying you do like a bestsellers, reviews, contact us.
Yeah, three choices. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how much revenue have you generated on your ShineOn store? Do you mind sharing?
All time or just
since you started selling ShineOn? Yeah.
Well, last year we did 5 million in revenue, and I think I started ShineOn in 2022, or I started kind of.
So I want to kind of underline this for people real quick. Nate here did $5 million in revenue with ShineOn last year, right? And I want you to pay attention to how kind of scrappy this whole process is. I actually think there's a lot of value in that. Like if you look at the way Nate used ChatGPT and then Canva, he really did whip up something that was 70 or 80% there, like done in 15 minutes. And there was no fretting over the fact that it wasn't pixel perfect or something didn't look right. And I'm sure that like in a real run, you'd spend a little bit more time, like kind of making sure things fit together and it looks nice and all that stuff. But like, we're still talking maybe a couple hours, not days and not weeks. And this guy did $5 million in revenue last year with ShineOn products, right? There's a lesson in that. Like if you also notice, and I would encourage anybody, go back to the beginning of this video and watch it. Nate placed a higher level of value on speed and moving quickly than I think a lot of people do, right? Like it was almost like a guiding, like a North Star as he moved through the process. You kept hearing him talk about speed. It was like he was trying to get it done, but he also understood and he wasn't going to compromise the need to move fast, right? You should really go back and watch that and ask yourself, what is Nate prioritizing here? Is he prioritizing how quickly this gets done, or is he prioritizing like getting it to the highest quality possible? And I think you're going to see the dominant value in like when he moved through the process was doing it quickly. And I actually think there's a big lesson in that for a lot of people. And by the way, I've heard the same thing. It's like speed loves money, right? Cash, speed loves money. Money loves speed. Cash loves fast. If you've ever heard that, like there is a big lesson in that. A lot of entrepreneurs that are successful, they done is better than perfect. And it's like a principle that they abide by. So anyway, that's really good stuff, man. Okay. So the next thing we were going to look at was some research and some message card stuff. Was that right?
Yeah. I'll just kind of go through, I know what I would do if, to just get message cards right away and ready.
Yeah. Should we screen share again?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay. Are you ready for me to bring it up?
Yes.
Okay.
And kind of just to touch back on the point you just brought up about speed and cost. I mean, ChatGPT has a free version and I pay $20 a month for it, which is, most people would be able to do that to get started. And then Canva, I think, they have a free version. And really I've used Dawn. Like I said, I use Dawn. That's free too. So you can really just kind of get going with minimal cost.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I love it.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yep. We got you up.
Okay. So yeah, so just we'll kind of go over like a product research and then with ChatGPT and kind of make a message card and kind of go from there. So yeah, we all know a popular one, To My Wife, right? So I was just kind of looking on Etsy, just kind of what's around, and this one stood out to me just because it says bestseller. But I've also seen this Meeting You as Fate start to the message card. So literally, I would just look at that and just ask ChatGPT to just give me some message cards that start with that. Obviously, we're not going to copy. I don't like copying like that because people need to see new things. But you can just ask Chat to give you variations of a heartfelt message card. So we can start with, I want to my wife. Meeting you was fate. Okay, and see what it comes up with. Just, I mean, this is how I even do my message cards. So it's pretty simple.
Do you really just do it this way?
Yeah, I mean, you can, it's, I mean, that's the point of ChatGPT, right? It's kind of like makes your life easy and you can test a lot of variations, but it makes, yeah, like just kind of variations and things like that where, you know, it sounds fresh and new that you can definitely use.
That's awesome, dude.
So I just want to make sure it's not too close to that.
So mainly the only thing you borrowed was the first line?
Right. Yeah. Because what I found in my just being with ShineOn for a while, the first probably sentence really will hook the customer or not. It's really weird how that is, like where you're you could have the best message, but because you know the attention span for an ad, they need to be whatever that first sentence is that catches them right away I feel like will make or break your
That's awesome.
Your ad. So knowing that is a winner. That's why I said just make it a different message card starting with that.
Yeah, I dig that. That's really cool.
So I think this is pretty good. So yeah, I basically just
here, let's read it. So meeting you was fate. Becoming your husband was the greatest blessing of my life. Through every season, every challenge, and every beautiful moment in between, you have been my safe place, my best friend, and the heart of our family. No matter how much time passes, I still look at you and feel grateful that somehow, out of all the people in the world, life led me to you. Thank you for the love you give so freely, for the strength you carry quietly, and for making ordinary moments feel unforgettable. If I could choose anyone in this lifetime all over again, it would still be you every single time. It's actually really good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's just you can really you could ask it to whip up 5 more variations starting with meeting you was fate. So you can really go on for a long time with it.
You don't do any frankenphrasing or any of the other kind of methods that I know have been kind of tried and true over the last bunch of years?
I mean, I play around with it. This is probably more what I do, to be honest, just kind of making it simple like this.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad approach because it's fresh, it's new. I've definitely not read this phrase anywhere. So
yeah, and I think again, like you can, from what further research, like, okay, where's another one to my wife? Watching you become a mother has been the most beautiful journey. I mean, and you could literally just ask Chat again to take that first sentence and then come up with something new, and you would never see that on the internet, what you have.
Yeah,
so I think it's
awesome.
But yeah, and the first sentence, I swear, is the most important part when someone's coming to your ad. And
no, I mean, dude, it definitely makes sense, right? If you just think about the attention economy, how do you hook people? Well, like an email, it's the subject line, and when you're writing copy, it's the headline, right? Like probably when it comes to a message card, it is that first line, you know. It's that first line that like hooks them and gets them to read the rest of it. So I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's actually kind of weird how much it makes sense from all the testing we've done.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, so then basically, again, I'd take this and then we'd go into Canva, and I kind of made one. But for anyone that's kind of struggling with design or just what to do for like a background or whatever, again, I've tried to keep things as simple as can be. So even a white background will work. Again, it's you have to figure out whatever that emotional connection is with your message card or your ad, but white background will work, and you don't need to get crazy. And here's just, I know everyone's seen this font, but if anyone wants to use it, it's called Great Vibes. So you don't have to worry about choosing a million fonts or getting, distracted with the perfect font, but this one will
once again, you're just keeping it simple.
Yeah, I you've seen this font everywhere pretty much. It's called Great Vibes. Feel free to use it, because
dude, I'm gonna admit kind of a weakness. I would agonize over this because I look at the font and I'm like, okay, it's kind of hard to read. This is really where my head goes. I'm like, all the little squigglies and the way the things are like touching it looks kind of busy. I would agonize over this.
Yeah, and this is a font that has worked
Oh,
in the
dude,
past.
$5 million in sales last year. I mean, you can't argue with it.
Yeah,
I'm
and
with
even
you.
when I had Etsy, I think in like whatever year that was, this was my font in 2022. I
Yeah.
think when I was before they shut it down, this was like the font choice
Yeah.
for most of
By the
Shine.
way, I probably need to say real quick, results aren't guaranteed. You get in what you put out. Nate here has done this consistently for years. He's basically an e-commerce expert at this point. Success is not just going to fall out of the sky because you do, these 1, 2, 3 steps. Print on demand's a skill like anything else. It takes time to get good at it. So for everybody that's out there, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Don't think we're promising you results or anything like that. Okay, now that that's out of the way, go ahead.
Yeah, so we were gonna do too much to my wife, so I basically do something like this, right? And then we'll take that text from ChatGPT. Never mind. Let me go copy paste it. So this is a simple text to like, what is this? Play fair display. Let me just make it smaller. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to keep things simple and easy because that's kind of what I've seen works time and time again. So let me just fix the paragraphs here. Oops. Okay. So, and it seems like boring, but that's what's worked. So, and again, it comes back to just keeping things simple. You want to move fast, and again, you can really get things going and not overthink most of the process. So yeah, there you go. There's a message card right there.
Would you put from your husband or anything like that?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It doesn't.
And just black and white.
Yeah, sometimes I would say most of my cards don't have a to or from my husband, from my dad or something like that.
And so this here, you would test this on your own. So you'd put money behind that and test it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, dude.
So then I was just gonna see if we can put it in ShineOn to see how it looks. Just so we can, if we need to adjust.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, that was a previous one.
Oh. Dude, you freaking eyeballed that perfectly.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Okay, there's a little typo, but you kind of get the point, right? Where boom, you have a message card ready for your store, ready to test. When the first sentence is gold. So I think that's kind of just how to get started and not overthink it.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Okay, so you got your brand, got your logo, got your colors. Keeping it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it fast. Simple is fast. It's a virtue. You build your store, brand, whatever it is. Your research was super freaking simple. It's like you just went and you found a phrase that you thought was working and you grabbed the first line if it kind of hooked you. You used ChatGPT you basically seeded ChatGPT with the first line and then it wrote the rest of the message card. And good grief, dude, your prompt was so simple. You didn't give it a word count thing. You didn't tell it to focus on the emotion. Like it was just, there was no prompt, it was just, you keyboard mashed into ChatGPT and it came up with that phrase. You did the first phrase, you didn't spin it a bunch. Then you went over to Canva and you basically slapped it together. I mean, I swear my daughter, who's 3.5, could have probably done this. And again, this guy here had $5 million in revenue last year, people. That's you got to remember that. Results aren't guaranteed and all of that. Don't forget my disclaimer a second ago. But let's talk about where you go from here. So where would you go to test this? And you don't have to run us through the whole process, but I just, you got people this far. They are definitely going to be dying to know, okay, what's next? So just like walk us through what would you do after this?
So basically you can do two ways, I guess, right? Or what I would do. You would try to run an ad, or you would post it on TikTok, right? And I think a lot of people know how to run ads, or if you don't, what I would do we'll do the non-ad side. So if you wanted to post to Instagram or TikTok, what I've seen really work really well lately is just talking about the product. It's almost that simple, where you could pull it up on, like if you printed out like the message card at home and had a sample, you could put it in a sample at your house and literally just talk about it. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to, be the person behind what everyone's seeing, but you can. What I've seen work really well right now, just people talking about the product, or like say I printed it out and I was trying to sell it to my wife. I would just tell why I did buy it for my wife, and what
So you're saying you would literally like here's one I got here. So to my daughter one.
Yeah.
So are you saying you would get your phone and you just go, hey, I just bought this to my daughter gift. It's really awesome. Pretty necklace. Here's what it says. It made me cry. My daughter loved it. Take a look.
You
That's
could do
what
that.
you do, or do you do it like this where you're behind it?
I was gonna say you could do both. I would probably most people would feel more comfortable not showing their face, but you can literally just hold it.
This is what most people are going to want to do.
And I've seen that work for a lot of sellers where they just have the phone with the product and they just talk about it, and if you can make that connection with someone that's watching that has a wife they love, you have a great chance of getting it sold.
And that's what you do when you're testing?
Yeah, I do that too.
So what is this your kind of go-to method when you're testing a product? Is just
for the most part, yeah. I mean, if you can do that again, like with TikTok or Instagram without running ads, and you just do a bunch, you'll kind of see what maybe gets more views. Like for example, on TikTok, I post a video or something and it gets like 500 views. Okay, maybe that's a flop, but you post one and it gets 2,000 views. Okay, well, maybe there's something you can spin off that or work off of a hook there you had, or try that now with an ad on, say, Facebook or whatever, just to kind of get the gist.
And so do you do any still image testing like on Facebook?
I do. I just really haven't had much success with it, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know. Like we're trying different things, but
so when you're like that product right there, if you were going to test that, would you just do one ad and stick it up, or would you record 2-3 variations talking about the product and stick that up, or how would you do it?
It depends, because if you're running Facebook ads, yeah, I would do maybe say 5 variations of, talking about the product, and then
just from like different angles.
Yeah, see what works best in like a CBO.
Like,
right?
give me an example of what different angles would look like for that.
So I'll give you an example, kind of what we would do. So we would do like where you would pan. So if you just had the card, right, and you're reading it with the camera, you would just hold the camera and just record. No, you don't talk, you don't say anything for say 40 seconds, but then you can go record.
Okay, so
of different things to say. So it's the same video, but now you're just.
So you do one video.
Yeah, one video.
And then go ahead.
And like CapCut or something, you would just record your voice with maybe 5 different scripts, I guess.
And give me the scripts are what I'm curious about. Just give me a couple different angles on what you might say.
Something like, I guess to start, I would say something like, do you love your wife very much or not? Something to catch something.
Have you been sleeping on the couch lately?
Yeah, something quippy or like funny like that, or just something like, I couldn't believe my wife cried when I gave her this. Something even like that works well.
This blew my wife's mind.
Right. Yeah. So, and you just kind of do like a hook and then a variation, and
so hook. Yeah, got it. Okay, that's good. All right. What else? Anything else, or should we do some Q&A real quick?
Yeah, I think Q&A is good. I think we just keep things simple. And I think, the faster you can move and not think about the little details and nitty gritty stuff of a business, you'll be far off better. And I find myself too, when I get in those weird states of, oh, this has to be perfect, that has to be perfect. If I just do something moving forward, I feel better, and the business will be better off for it.
Dude, I got to tell you, I so appreciate Do you still do your own videos and stuff too?
About half.
Who does the other half? Do you pay someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just freaking dig that, I hate to keep coming back to this number and talking about the 5 million in revenue you did last year, because I'm actually not trying to flaunt that. But what I am trying to say is, like, you're a serious business owner. I mean, this pays your mortgage. Like this works, or you go get a job. Not really, but like I'm saying, it's a primary income for you. And look how simple you're keeping things, and how you really are prioritized. Like, when it comes to your value hierarchy here, it really does seem like speed is damn near at the top of the list, right? Like, you like to keep things simple and you like to move fast. And I keep wanting to hammer on that, because I have trained thousands of people at this point, easily, right? Through all the different courses that we put out, through the group coaching that we've done, through the one-on-one calls I have, through mentoring people on Messenger or whatever the heck it is. And dude, people get hung up on all this stuff, and they seriously overcomplicate things. I mean, I'm kind of taking some lessons here too, because I love doing product research, and I love franken-phrasing stuff together. Like, I am at some level, I'm like an archaeologist. Like, I love finding a bunch of different bestsellers and seeing how I can smash the phrases together in new and compelling ways. And dude, you're just like freaking sending it in ChatGPT. Like, you came up with that phrase. It would take me 3 days to come up with 10 message cards I wanted to test, and they would be scientifically, assembled from best-selling hooks and phrases and punchlines from all these other message cards. And dude, you in like 2 minutes are just like, freaking write me a phrase based on this. And it pops out and you're like, this is good, I'm going to try it. Dude, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And you can't argue with your results, right? And so that's why I want to keep bringing the focus back to that. It's like, this is super freaking simple, and that's great, man. It means it's accessible to a lot of people, and you are not some just bum off the street, that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I mean, you've got the receipts, so dude, I'm kind of fired up.
I don't know why everyone, including myself, and a lot of times too, you make things difficult on yourself. I have a friend that wants to get into e-commerce, and I was trying to help him. I was giving my best tips, a really close friend, and he never started because I think he just, what's that saying? Over analysis paralysis, right? Where he just had it shut down, and it was just
easy to do, man.
Yeah, I've been there too many times, but I've just kind of realized most of the stuff you're worried about doesn't matter at all. It's especially with the ShineOn, products, where you really just, if you can focus on that emotional connection, it doesn't matter what your message card looks like. It doesn't matter what, for the most part, a lot of the stuff you think matters, it doesn't. And that's kind of, if you can just do something and move forward with it, you're going to feel a lot better, and you're going to get closer to your first sale or many sales. And it just every time I go, oh, well, let's try a new theme, and it just blows up. So,
dude, I'm definitely taking notes on some of this. Also, like, how much easier is life when you just
Oh yeah, and like I said, I have two young kids, and the time now is really crunched. So it's like the way I've just kind of adapted to just being even faster, I feel.
Dude, I'm just so freaking digging it, dude. It's dude. Have you ever seen the midwit meme?
No.
Let me just show you this real quick, because I am like, I've actually trained my ChatGPT. I've told it I'm a freaking midwit, and to call me out every time I start over baking something. Here, I'll show you guys this real quick, and then we'll get to Q&A. So get your questions loaded up, people. Go ahead and start dropping them in the chat. By the way, this is Google Images. If there's something inappropriate here, I'm not responsible. This is like the midwit meme, right? And it's basically this. It's like, this is just IQ at the bottom. It's kind of the bell curve, right? And you got the whatever this guy is, the freaking low IQ person.
Yeah.
And then you have the Jedi over here, and then you've got this guy up here who's like right in the middle of the bell curve for IQ. And this guy in all these memes is almost classically overcomplicating things. So I'll see if I can find a good example like this, right? Like best note take. Can you guys see that here? Let me just pop it open. Like here, right? Imagine you're building like a second brain or a note-taking system or something like that. It's like, look at the guy, look at the midwit. He's got OneNote, he's got Google Drive, he's connecting all this shit together, you know? And then the dork or whatever this guy is over here and the Jedi, they're both like, just freaking use Apple Notes. Dude, that's you. I'm stuck in the middle here. I'm like riding the midwit wave.
Some of these e-com groups I've been in where they have systems like that, and I just get overwhelmed, and I just have to remember it's not, kind of fitting your personality, right? And I am not. I hate Notion. I hate all those kind of things like that. I literally have like the Apple Notes, and that's really it.
See, I totally know that I need to be like down here with the Jedi. I totally know that. But this guy up here, he's my spirit animal. It's like, this is my natural inclination every time I sit down to do something. And AI is like AI, my gosh, dude, it is like a giant pothole for me sometimes because I want to build systems and connect things. That is just where I live. So every time I fire up a new AI session, I have to resist the urge to like over-engineer some system that will do something for me automatically going forward that I've only ever used once. Anyway, okay, I'm done. Okay, questions. I'm going to the chat now. If you have questions, start dropping them in. Where and how do you advertise? I feel like you kind of answered that, but give me another shot.
Just Facebook and TikTok. Mostly Facebook ads. I mean, that's pretty much everyone does Facebook ads.
Yeah. I want to drop this. Give me a sec. I want to drop the background here so that's a little easier to read. Okay. Facebook and TikTok ads.
Yeah. Mostly Facebook though. I would say that's 95%.
What are your thoughts on the use of logos or any other branding elements in your video ads?
I never use them. I don't think that matters at all, really. Unless you're wanting to use that as an angle, but I don't ever use it. I think it comes down to how you make the customer feel anyways, and that's the focus.
I know how this entire Q&A is going to go. It's before you ask a question, guys, ask yourself, would a midwit do that thing? And if the answer is yes, Nate's not doing it. All right. Are you using a TikTok seller account to promote your necklaces?
Yeah, there's you can use the TikTok ads section. I guess it's basically the same thing as like Meta ads, but it's almost not even worth it anymore, to be honest. I would just stick to Facebook. I don't know. TikTok ads worked in like 2021, 22 for us, but after that, it's kind of just been.
You're not using TikTok really?
Not for ads. It just doesn't really convert. I don't know why. It just I think most people have kind of integrated to like TikTok Shop, and they don't want to buy going off of TikTok to a website. They'd just rather buy it on Shop for cheap, I guess.
It used to be dirt cheap, and the CPMs have slowly risen.
Yeah.
Do you create a new TikTok account when testing, or do you use the same account all the time? Also, do you use a TikTok store to sell it? I think you already.
Yeah, it would just be one account, and then you can post. Again, like coming back to simple, or even for your content, people are like, how does it look? What will it look, or what will it look like? Do I sound it? And it doesn't matter. Just post, and if it gets 200 views,
so you're just using TikTok really for organic.
Yeah, just to kind of keep it alive, I guess.
Is it driving any sales?
A few, but it's not really a focus. It's more of like.
So you're just we're talking to a lot of new people here. I don't want to distract anybody. So it sounds like you're saying just freaking ignore TikTok.
Yeah, I would. I
just focus on Meta.
Unless you wanted to do organic for your own self-being, I guess.
Okay, so unless doing organic makes you feel good, guys.
Yeah.
Nate is saying if you care about generating revenue and growing a business, Meta is where you want to be. Is that right? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Meta's first. And I see the next question says, do you use Pinterest? And I have never been able to get Pinterest to work, even Pinterest ads. I don't know why, just you can spend like $20 to $50 a day and be profitable, and then anytime you would just try to bump the budget up, it just wouldn't work. So I don't even use it. It's just coming back to what really will drive a sale, and it's probably going to be Facebook.
Agreed. All right, so here's the next one. I'm always concerned about how much I spend on my ads. How much is too much?
Well, I mean, you can do like, I still even do like $5 a day on an ad, you know, and you can see maybe after $10 or $15, if you don't have a couple clicks, I mean, it's pretty much, you can kill it right there. And that's a good way to just do like low testing.
Yeah,
I mean, it always comes, oh, sorry, go ahead.
You and I actually did a copy of ShineOn about it. I'm trying to find it because I'll pull it up real quick. When did we do that?
Yeah, it was last year, somewhere around Q3.
Oh, I think I got it. I think we called it "How to Scale Your First Winner."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's whoops. Here's the video where you're gonna have to rewind. I accidentally embedded the timestamp in it, but this is the video, guys, where sorry, the URL is a mess, but this is find it in the chat and click it. But this is the video where we went over his $5 ad method, and I'm just gonna pull it up here. Give me 1 sec. I'm sharing it up here because you'll see we actually drew out the whole system, right? So if you guys are, oh shit, there. Yeah, we drew out the whole thing. So if you come watch this and you really want to know how to set it up, we diagram the whole freaking thing for you. So go check out this video. Link is in the chat. All right. So I'm going to pull that down. Let's go back up here. I think you answered that. Yeah. All right. So what is the name of this? What is the name of this image character? I don't understand. Try again on that one, if you could. All right. I took a break from print on demand after a constant struggle with performance. If I were to restart with Facebook ads, what would you recommend?
I would just watch that video. I mean, $5 testing, it's really, you can get a lot further than most people think with that kind of method. I think most e-commerce teachers or YouTube videos say, okay, well, launch a CBO $100 a day, but I've never really done that just because you can blow through cash pretty fast. And, you know, if you do an ad you think's pretty good, put $5 behind it a day and give it, 2 or 3 days. And you'll kind of, if you do that over and over again, you'll kind of understand what's going to get you clicks, what's going to get you maybe a sale. And you don't need to spend a lot.
Yeah. I would also recommend Chris Blair. Has got some videos, and he does a $5 method as well. If you go to our YouTube channel, guys, there's tabs in the YouTube channel where there's like videos, whatever. You click the live tab. If you click the live tab, the way YouTube organizes, and all our live videos are under that live tab, and you can find our backlog of Coffee with ShineOns. And you're definitely going to want to watch the one with Nate that I linked, but also watch a couple of Chris's on the $5 filter method. Also, sorry guys, I just remembered that if you jump inside of PodU, jump in here real quick. This is POD University for any of the noobs. And you come over here to advanced walkthroughs. Actually, do we have beginner ones? No. Advanced walkthroughs. Chris, he did it like an actual training on his $5 filter method right here. So you go check that out. Do you have anything in here, Nate? Nate, we got to make you famous, man.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Do you post a link specifically taking the customers to the specific item in the advert, or do you paste your website? Are you using Etsy or just Shopify?
I do not have Etsy. So it'd only be Shopify. And then, in your ad, say you're running an ad from Facebook, you would just have the link so you can do like shop now, and then they give you a spot to add your link to the product page, and that's what you would do. So it goes directly to Facebook to the product page.
Instagram recently launched Shop. What do you think about it?
I didn't even know that. That's how much I don't know.
How do you balance your time between kids, family, and everything else?
It's been a struggle lately, just because my daughter just turned 1 last month, and my son's 3. But yeah, it's been a little more challenging. But I mean, you just got to find time to do it. I try to go to bed a little earlier. Yeah, sometimes we'll all go to like a coffee shop, and we'll just work when we can in a way. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on this one too, because I'm in the same boat. I'm married. I got 2 kids, and then I'm the CEO at ShineOn. I probably spend, last time I tracked, I work 55 hours a week at ShineOn, about 11 hours a day. Occasionally, I'm doing like some weekend stuff. But also, I also own a local service business here in the Kansas City area that I'm also juggling half the time. And the only thing I've found that helps me is getting up at 5 a.m. consistently every freaking day. And basically having from 5 a.m. to 4:30 to focus. It's the only way I can do it. And then by the way, I do it 7 days a week. So even on the weekends, I'm working from 5:30-ish in the morning. If I get up at 5, I'm working from then until 9 or 10 a.m. when the rest of the house starts to wake up. And that's the only way I've found to successfully juggle all this. And like Nate said, it ain't like, that's rough. It's not pretty. It's like there are still interruptions. Sometimes, a kid wakes up in the middle of the night and you're groggy and sleepy in the morning. Sometimes you just can't do it because somebody's sick or whatever. But it's trying to block that out, building a routine out of it. And then I also find, this might be more than you're asking for, but I also find this here is a freaking lifesaver with a to-do list. Like the best productivity hack in the world is a pot of coffee and a to-do list, right? And just freaking knocking it out. That's my 2 cents on that one for what it's worth. Okay. Any success with Google ads?
Yeah, but it's not our main focus really. Just it's good for retargeting, I guess, from Facebook, but most of the energy is put to Facebook ads.
Just Facebook.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Let's see. Any other questions here? In your website, how many ShineOn products do you sell? Or do you only stick to jewelry on the shop and make a shop for each?
No, I only have one store.
Dude, would a midwit do that? Yeah. Nate does not do that thing.
It's probably 99% jewelry. And product wise, probably we probably have 100 to 200 products, but again, we started this 3 or 4 years ago. So I kind of go through and clean up the ones that don't sell, but yeah, you don't need 100 products. You don't need 200. You can really have 10 products, because again, most people aren't going to look through your whole store. They're going to land on the product page or the home page, and they're going to pretty much buy from that. And I've had 10 products in a similar store a long time ago, and it would just sell. You don't need a bunch. So
speaking of, I have a question, and then I think we wrap this up. So when it comes to your store, so you got, like you said, almost 200 products in your store, but how many products are you running ads to at any given time?
It depends on, again, like what's trending. So like Mother's Day, mostly it would be 1 to 2 or
yeah, it's like 1 to 2 or the driver. Like you're spending a lot of money on 1 or 2, right, that are kind of your drivers, right? That's pushing traffic into the site. And then I assume 90% of your sales are on those 1 or 2, and then occasionally people kind of find other stuff on your site on their way to check out, something like that.
That's exactly right. You're basically taking whatever's selling and putting the most ad spend behind it, and then what you'll notice is random message cards and jewelry will get purchased. Like, this one, the wife one we made as an example, might not be the main driver, but you'll find it does get some purchases. So then I would leave it. And you never know too, when you're driving traffic, how many message cards maybe speak to someone. So
I'm curious too about your testing velocity. Like, how often are you testing new products?
Not really crazy right now. And we definitely need to do more, but it's more like, I don't know, you find your kind of winner, and then it's more about taking that
Recycling.
winner and making whatever variation you can, or different content or different creators, just because that's the main product that's selling. So you want to just find different angles that'll get people to your website.
Cool. Dude, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it, man. I'm always fired up at the end of my sessions with you.
I hope I was able to help. That's my first time teaching. So,
oh, dude, that was great, man. That was awesome. You did awesome. How many of you would like to have Nate on again? Let us know. Let me know in the chat. How many of you would like to have Nate on again? And also give him a big thank you here for sharing his time and his knowledge with you. All right, dude. Thank you much, man. I appreciate it. We're going to clip this. We'll put it on YouTube as well. And if, I don't know, I might try to find a way to build another lead magnet out of it so people can have kind of a downloadable. So, Nate, dude, appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Glad I can help.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you next time. Happy selling, everybody. Take care. Bye.